Hi there. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary TV series Charlie's Angels. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic show. Charlie's Angels is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the series with the entire cast, then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Charlie's Angels together. Kate Jackson as Sabrina Duncan. Sabrina underwent training at the Los Angeles Police Academy and had previously been married to fellow police officer Bill Duncan, though she was presumably divorced when first introduced. Her father, identified as Cole Blaylock, is a former military man, suggesting her maiden name as Sabrina Blaylock. There are implications shared through Colleen Blaylock's dialogue that her mother is no longer alive. In 1975, Jackson held discussions with Rookie's producers Aaron Spelling and Leonard Goldberg about her contractual obligations post the show's cancellation. Goldberg informed her of an available series, originally titled The Alley Cats, which every network had passed on. Spelling, upon suggesting a title change, asked Jackson for her preference, to which she responded with Charlie's Angels, pointing to a picture of 3 female angels on the wall behind Spelling. During the mid-1970s, Jackson was engaged to actor Edward Albert. Subsequently, she was romantically linked to producer Robert Evans, stuntman Gary Quist, and actors Dirk Benedict, Nick Nolte, and Warren Beatty. Following a 6-month courtship, Jackson married actor Andrew Stevens, son of actress Stella Stevens, in August 1978, but the couple divorced in 1981. In May 2010, Jackson filed a lawsuit against her financial advisor, Richard B. Francis, alleging that his actions resulted in a financial loss of over $3 million, equivalent to $4 million today, and led to her financial ruin. The legal dispute concluded with an undisclosed settlement in December 2010. After many years away from the public eye, Jackson made a guest appearance in August 2023 at a wedding hosted by Jaclyn Smith for Smith's son, Gaston, in Los Angeles. Farrah Fawcett as Jill Monroe. Jill Monroe, an integral member of the Charles Townsend Detective Agency from its inception, later pursued a career as a distinguished race car driver, achieving victory in the Grand Prix of 1979. Upon arriving in Hollywood at the age of 21 in 1968, Fawcett secured a $350-a-week contract with Screen Gems. Her early career featured appearances in commercials for various products, including Ultra Bright Toothpaste, Noxema Skin Cream, Max Factor Cosmetics, Mercury Cougar Automobiles, and Beauty Rest Mattresses, among others. Initial acting roles included guest spots on The Flying Nun, 1969, and I Dream of Jeannie, 1969-70. In 1979, Fawcett embarked on a romantic relationship with actor Ryan O'Neal, resulting in the birth of their son, Redmond James Fawcett O'Neal, in 1985. By 1994, Fawcett acknowledged challenges in their relationship to TV Guide, stating, "Sometimes Ryan breaks my heart, but he's also responsible for giving me confidence in myself." The relationship ended in 1997 when Fawcett discovered O'Neal in bed with actress Leslie Stephenson. Following the breakup, O'Neal's daughter, Tatum O'Neal, claimed he had physically abused Fawcett, alleging he had a terrible temper and was very violent. He beat her up. Despite the tumult, Fawcett and O'Neal reconciled in 2001. On June 22, 2009, the Los Angeles Times and Reuters reported O'Neal's statement that Fawcett had agreed to marry him as soon as she felt strong enough. Fawcett passed away at 2:28 a.m. PDT on June 25, 2009, at the age of 62, succumbing to rectal cancer at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California, with O'Neal and Alana Stewart at her side. Jaclyn Smith as Kelly Garrett. Kelly, an original member of the Charles Townsend Detective Agency, contributed her expertise for a minimum of 5 years. Following Sabrina's departure from the agency in 1979 to focus on family, Kelly assumed the position of Angel's team leader. Smith made her uncredited debut in Goodbye Columbus, 1969, and gained recognition for her role in The Adventurers, 1970, portraying a journalist. Both films were shot in 1968. Subsequently, Smith made guest appearances on television shows such as The Partridge Family, McCloud, Switch, and The Rookies. She featured in made-for-television movies Probe, 1972, and Bootleggers, 1974. In 1985, Smith headlined the feature film Deja Vu, directed by her then-spouse Tony Richmond. Taking on the title role in Christine Cromwell, 1989, a mystery series set in San Francisco, Smith earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame the same year. Smith has experienced 4 marriages. Her initial union was with actor Roger Davis, 1968-1975. Later, she wed Dennis Cole, an actor who made appearances on Charlie's Angels in 1977 and 1978. After 2 more appearances on the show, the couple separated in 1981. Tragically, Cole's son from a previous marriage, Joe Cole, with whom Smith maintained a relationship post-divorce, was murdered during a robbery in 1991, and the case remains unsolved. In 1981, Smith married filmmaker Tony Richmond, and they had 2 children, Gaston, born 1982, and Spencer Margaret, born 1985, before divorcing in 1989. Since 1997, Smith has been married to Houston cardiothoracic surgeon Brad Allen. In 2003, Smith underwent treatment for breast cancer, and in 2010, she was featured in 1A Minute, a documentary addressing breast cancer. David Doyle as John Bosley. Bosley 010, also known as John Bosley, served as a private investigator alongside Charlie for a minimum of 5 years, starting before 1976. Contributing to the expansion of the Townsend agency with international branches, Bosley retired in 2019. Later, he schemed to manipulate the Angels to gain control over Project Callisto, aspiring to surpass the influence of his late superior, Charlie Townsend. Doyle is most renowned for his portrayal of Detective John Bosley on the TV series Charlie's Angels, making him one of only 2 actors, the other being the original Angel Jaclyn Smith, to feature in all 110 episodes spanning from 1976 to 1981. Doyle made several guest appearances on the game show Match Game from 1977 to 1982, and participated in 1 week of Password Plus in 1980, 3 weeks of Super Password, and Tattletales with his wife Anne in 1982. He lent his voice to Grandpa Lou Pickles on the Nickelodeon animated series Rugrats from 1991 until his passing, after which Joe Alasky took over the role. A seasoned stage actor, Doyle played Orgon in the 1964 premiere of Richard Wilbur's translation of Tartuffe at the Fred Miller Theater in Milwaukee. In a revival of South Pacific, he met Ann Nathan, a singer-dancer, and they tied the knot a short time later. Doyle married twice. In 1956, he wed his first wife, Rachel, with whom he had a daughter, Leah, born 1961. After Rachel's demise in 1968 from a staircase fall, Doyle encountered Ann Nathan, and they married shortly after. Doyle passed away in Los Angeles, California, from a heart attack on February 26, 1997, at the age of 67. Cheryl Ladd as Chris Monroe. While grappling with amnesia, Chris experienced vivid recollections of her childhood, which she perceived as exceptionally joyful. For a fleeting moment, she wished to revisit those carefree days, fondly referred to as Sweet Christmas. By certain family members, Chris's past held cherished memories, even in the midst of her amnesic state. Initially drawn to Hollywood with aspirations in music, Ladd, known as Cherry Moore, during her stint as the singing voice of Melody on Hanna-Barbera's Josie, and the Pussycats animated series, soon transitioned to non-singing roles in commercials and episodic television. Her credits include guest appearances on various shows such as The Rookies, The Partridge Family, Policewoman, The Muppet Show, Search, and Happy Days. Post Charlie's Angels, Ladd continued to grace television screens and starred in over 30 made-for-television films. Notably, she portrayed Grace Kelly in a biopic that commenced shortly before Kelly's passing. Her television presence persisted, with roles in productions like the 2011 Hallmark Channel movie Love's Everlasting Courage, a guest spot on NCIS in the episode Thirst as the love interest of medical examiner Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard, and a role in the series Chuck, portraying Sarah Walker's mother. On September 8, 2022, Ladd was revealed as a participant in Season 31 of Dancing with the Stars, paired with Louis Van Amstel. Unfortunately, they were eliminated in the third week, securing the 14th position. In 1973, she married fellow actor David Ladd, son of Alan Ladd, and they share a daughter, actress Jordan Ladd. Despite their divorce in 1980, Ladd retained his surname. Since 1981, Ladd has been happily married to music producer Brian Russell, and they have a stepdaughter, Lindsay Russell. Committed to a cause, Ladd serves as a celebrity ambassador for Child Help, a non-profit organization dedicated to child abuse prevention and treatment. Shelley Hack as Tiffany Wells. Tiffany Wells, portrayed by Shelley Hack, is a fictional character featured in the television series Charlie's Angels. Making her debut in the fourth season premiere, Love Boat Angels, episode 69, her introduction coincided with a crossover episode with the popular ABC series The Love Boat. Commencing her career as a teenage fashion model, Hack's initial breakthrough was gracing the cover of Glamour magazine. Later, she attained recognition as the iconic face of Revlon's Charlie perfume from the mid-1970s to the early 1980s. Heralded by Life magazine as one of the million-dollar faces in the beauty industry, Hack was known for securing groundbreaking and exclusive deals with major cosmetics companies. Her visibility, both instant and widespread, transformed her into one of the notable supermodels of the 1970s. In 1997, Shelley Hack played a pivotal role in the elections in Bosnia-Herzegovina, serving as a voting registration and polling station supervisor. Notably, she orchestrated the first-ever televised presidential debates in the region, including Sarajevo, Mostar, and Banja Luka. Establishing the Shelley Hack Media Consultancy, SHMC. In the same year, she collaborated with Eastern Europe's largest media conglomerate for a decade, focusing primarily on the television sector. Hack dedicated herself to creating ethnically diverse television programs in post-conflict Eastern European countries, emphasizing the importance of independent media in the face of biased state television. Additionally, she became a member of the Pacific Council on International Policy, PCIP, an independent and nonpartisan organization committed to global engagement. Since 1990, Hack has been happily married to Harry Weiner, and the couple shares a daughter named Devon Rose Weiner. Tanya Roberts as Julie Rogers. Julie Rogers, portrayed by the late Tanya Roberts, stands as one of the 6 fictional female private detectives in the television series Charlie's Angels, spanning from 1976 to 1981. She graced all the episodes in Season 5, contributing to the iconic ensemble of Angels. Launching her career as a model in television advertisements for Excedrin, Ultra Bright, Clairol, and Cool Ray sunglasses, Roberts swiftly transitioned to serious roles in off-Broadway productions like Picnic and Antigone. Simultaneously, she supported herself as an Arthur Murray dance instructor. Her foray into films commenced with The Last Victim, 1975, followed by the comedy The Yum Yum Girls, 1976. As Barry Roberts, her husband, carved his path in screenwriting, the couple relocated to Hollywood in 1977. The union endured until Barry's passing in 2006, and Roberts, who had no children, later found companionship with Lance O'Brien. Additionally, her sister, Barbara Chase, was wedded to Timothy Leary. Roberts, recognized for her animal rights activism, wrote the foreword for the book The Q Guide to Charlie's Angels, 2008. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, she maintained an active social media presence by hosting video chats on platforms like Facebook and Zoom. On December 23, 2020, while on a hike, Roberts experienced lower intestinal pain and breathing difficulties. Following an evening's rest, she found herself unable to get up the next morning and was subsequently admitted to Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Diagnosis revealed a urinary tract infection that had progressed to sepsis, leading to multi-organ failure. Placed on a ventilator, Roberts faced restrictions due to the pandemic, preventing her boyfriend Lance O'Brien from visiting. Despite medical efforts, her condition worsened, and on January 3, 2021, life support was discontinued. O'Brien was permitted to visit at that point, and Roberts, age 71, passed away on the evening of January 4th. Notably, her death was initially announced prematurely and inaccurately reported as age 65 by various sources. John Forsyth as Charles Townsend. Charles Townsend, commonly known as Charlie, stands as the retired detective and visionary behind the establishment of the Townsend Agency. To safeguard the identities of his team members, Charlie upheld the policy of limiting the knowledge of his appearance to only one Bosley at a time. Initially hesitant about pursuing acting, Forsyth, influenced by his father's suggestion, embarked on an acting career that would unfold successfully. His romantic journey saw him marrying actress Parker Worthington McCormick in 1939, resulting in the birth of their son, Dal, on February 14, 1941. Unfortunately, their union concluded in divorce in 1943. As Forsyth embraced roles as a bit player for Warner Brothers, his path crossed with Julie Warren, initially a theater companion and later an accomplished actress. Their marriage flourished in the early 1950s, welcoming 2 daughters into their family. In 1947, Forsyth became a part of the inaugural class at the Actors Studio, sharing the space with iconic figures like Marlon Brando and Julie Harris. His Broadway appearances in Mr. Roberts and the Tea House of the August Moon highlighted his theatrical journey. The cinematic realm also embraced Forsyth, notably in Alfred Hitchcock's The Trouble with Harry, 1955, and Topaz, 1969. Beyond his screen endeavors, Forsyth participated in a Dynasty reunion in 2006 and contributed to annual Christmas programs near his home in Solvang, California. A resilient figure, he faced and overcame colorectal cancer in the fall of 2006. Despite a successful surgery and remission, Forsyth, at the age of 92, succumbed to pneumonia on April 1, 2010, in Santa Ynez, California. L.Q. Jones as Berett. L.Q. Jones takes on the role of Berett in Charlie's Angels. Jones marked his cinematic entrance in 1955 with Battle Cry, initially credited by his birth name Justice McQueen. Intrigued by the character name L.Q. Jones in his debut film, he decided to adopt it as his stage name for all future acting endeavors. The year 1955 saw him portraying Smitty Smith in 3 episodes of Clint Walker's ABC Warner Brothers Western series Cheyenne, a pioneering hour-long Western on network television. Venturing into the realms of cinema. During the 1960s and 1970s, Jones secured a place in Sam Peckinpah's ensemble of actors, contributing to notable works such as Klondike series, 1960, 1961, Ride the High Country, 1962, Major Dundee, 1965, The Wild Bunch, 1969, The Ballad of Cable Hogue, 1970, and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, 1973. Known for his frequent collaborations with close friend Strother Martin, Jones made appearances in various Western series like Cheyenne, 1955, Gunsmoke, 1955, Laramie, Two Faces West, 1960-1961, and portrayed ranch hand Andy Belden in The Virginian, 1962. In the same year, 1962, Jones assumed the character Ollie Earnshaw, a wealthy rancher in search of a bride, in Lawman's episode titled The Bride. Jones, a practicing Methodist and registered Republican, passed away from natural causes on July 9, 2022, at his Hollywood Hills residence in Los Angeles, leaving a lasting legacy at the age of 94. Denny Miller as Ed Fellows. Denny Miller takes on the character of Ed Fellows in Charlie's Angels. Miller gained recognition as the inaugural blonde Tarzan in Tarzan, the Ape Man, 1959, a budget production that recycled much of its footage from earlier Johnny Weissmuller films. Miller's recommendation for the role came from William Smith, another contender for the part, who later starred in the NBC Laredo Western series. Despite a 20-month contract with MGM, Miller spent only 8 weeks portraying Tarzan. With appearances in over 200 television series, Miller became synonymous with the Gorton's fisherman in TV commercials for an impressive 14 years. His cinematic journey encompassed roles in Love in a Goldfish Bowl, 1961, and the memorable portrayal of Wyoming Bill Kelso in The Party, 1968. Other film credits include Making It, 1971, Doomsday Machine, 1972, Buck and the Preacher, 1972, The Gravy Train, 1974, The Island at the Top of the World, 1974, The Norseman, 1978, Cabo Blanco, 1980, and Circle of Power, 1981. In 2004, Miller penned his autobiography titled Didn't You Used to Be... What's His Name? And delved into the subject of obesity in the United States with the book Toxic Waste? Get to know Sweat. Residing in Las Vegas, Nevada, with his second wife Nancy, Miller not only left his mark on the entertainment industry, but also taught classes in relaxation. Diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. In January 2014, Miller passed away in Las Vegas on September 9, 2014, at the age of 80. We bid farewell to the captivating journey through the lives of the Charlie's Angels cast from 1976 to 1981. We're reminded of the indelible mark these talented individuals have left on the world of entertainment. From their iconic roles on the small screen to their diverse endeavors beyond, the Angels continue to inspire and resonate with fans. As time has woven its tapestry, revealing the then and now, we celebrate the enduring spirit and contributions of this remarkable ensemble. The Angels may have concluded their original mission, but their impact echoes through the decades, forever imprinting on the hearts of those who joined them on this unforgettable adventure.